I've had a very tumultuous kind of a life, a real roller coaster of a life. I was a musician, a pop star some years ago, and I've had some great years as a musician. But then after a while I started thinking as to what is the purpose of my life, am I supposed to be doing this all my life? Fast cars, glamour, light, stage, is that what all I've come to do? And I started thinking, and I went through a transition.
मेरा गफलत में डूबा दिल बदल दे खुदाया फजल फरमा दिल बदल दे.
At the end of the day, I'm a Muslim. And is this the reason why Allah has created me? Am I supposed to do all this? There was a conflict in my mind. And that conflict somehow took me away from this contemporary music.
ना कोई आप सा होगा ना कोई आप जैसा था कोई यूसुफ से पूछे मुस्तफा का हुस्न कैसा था ज़मीनो आसमां में कोई भी मिसाल ना मिली.
When I left music, the one thing that I always used to think was, oh Allah, I'm leaving music. Will I never get a crowd as big as this? Wallah, believe me, I've never had such big crowds since the time I've left music and started doing these nasheeds.
फरिश्तों ये दे दो पैगाम उनको खबर जाके दे दो उनको फरिश्तों के खादिम तुम्हारा सईदा रहा है कि खादिम तुम्हारा सईदा रहा है. मेरे साथ मदीना 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 बड़ा लुत्फ देता है नामे मदीना 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 बड़ा लुत्फ देता है नामे मदीना.
Admission in the engineering university, the University of Engineering and Technology in Lahore. That's where I got my that's from where I got my mechanical degree. As I was studying and studying and studying, in 1986 I met three friends of mine, Rohail, Shazad and Nusrat, three of us. So we were just sitting together and they started playing some music. And then they said, as they were playing some music, so I was listening to them and I was like, these guys are pretty good musicians. So I just started humming along with them. As I was humming along with them, I noticed that all three of them were just looking at me like this. What is this guy singing? So one of them said, would you just sing a little louder? I said, well, no, come on, I can't sing in front of you guys. No, sing a little louder. And I just sang a little louder, and there and then they said, this guy is going to be our singer. He's the singer. And the keyboard player in the band said, none of us is going to sing. He's the singer of the band. And I said, I'm the singer? I'm an engineer. My dad is going to kill me if he finds out that I have joined a band. They said, well, by the time, don't worry about it. It'll be too late by the time your dad finds out you're in the band. Be part of the band. So there I was. I joined these three guys and I had no idea what contribution they would play in my life in the times to come. So we became a band in 1987, and we used to do gigs here and there, and I used to go to the university, a very studious student, a very good student, and my dad obviously thinking that, his son is doing very well. As luck would have it, in 1987, my dad was posted to Moscow as the military attaché, and he was gone, and I was left in Pakistan. And imagine being in the university, and you have your 3 friends with whom you can share your passion, and here I was. I used to come to Islamabad from Lahore, and we used to sit together, and we used to make music, and I started realizing that Allah had given me this talent of making music and singing it. In 1987, Shoaib Mansoor saw, one of the top television producers, he saw the 4 of us playing somewhere. He came to us and he said, I want you boys to make a national song. August 1987. So now I tell my friends, boys, hold on, listen, you guys are not getting the point. I am not a singer. I just joined you guys because you guys are just nice boys. I like hanging around with you, but that's not what my dad wants from me. He wants me to be an engineer. Now this is serious stuff. This is television. I've got nothing to do with this. So they got very depressed. All 3 of them. They got very depressed. And then the producer, he spoke to me. He said, remember one thing, opportunity knocks at your door only once in a lifetime. Opportunity knocks at your door only once in a lifetime. And this is your great opportunity. This is your great opportunity to make a difference in the lives of the youth and the youngsters you represent. At that particular point, obviously, I just knew that there was an Allah and there was a Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but I had no idea what they wanted from me. I had no idea what they wanted from me. But yes, just like everybody else, हाँ यार Allah है, Rasool है, that's it. End of story. So popularity started building up and building up and building up and building up, and slowly and gradually, Vital Signs started becoming an international band, and we became popular slowly and gradually internationally. Now, some of you people that I see, because I remember the first time we came to the US. The first time we came to the US, we had guitars on our shoulders. We landed here at the Baltimore airport, and we had a concert here at the Monument. There was a dear friend of mine, Mr. Zahid Hamidi. He had organized it. So we came to that concert. As our bus was passing through the Monument, one of us saw the crowd and said, I think there's a concert going on over here. God knows who's coming here. There's thousands of people. Hope it's not our concert. So we were sitting in the bus, and then we slowly and gradually saw the bus going towards there. And one of us said, listen, I think the bus is going there. So hope not. There's such a big crowd. We've never played in front of such a big crowd. And what happens is, Washington, D.C. was a city where we played for the first time. A total of 30,000 people came to that concert. And our world just changed. I remember even now, when I was on the stage, I was standing on the stage, this is 1992, and something inside my heart was constantly telling me, this situation will never change. This situation will never change. This popularity will never go away. People will never stop loving you. This is what this unnatural life makes you believe. It's an unnatural life. It makes you believe. Joshua doesn't agree with me. Today we were having a discussion. It's an unnatural life. Seeing so many people dancing in front of you, loving you, singing with you. Your heart says, it's going to remain like this forever. You're going to remain young forever. After Dil Dil Pakistan, and a friend of mine comes to me. I meet a friend of mine, and that friend of mine says to me, from school, and he says to me, Junaid, have you ever tried to find out what Allah and His Prophet want from you? Allah and His Prophet? What do you mean Allah and His Prophet? Where did Allah and His Prophet come from? He says, well, don't you want to find out? Aren't you indebted to them? I said, yes. Allah and His Prophet, I love them just the way every other Muslim loves them. But why do I need to find out what they want from me? So, आप बच्चे को लेकर थोड़ी देर बाहर चले जाओ, घुमा के ले आओ, वापस ले आओ. हाँ हाँ, इससे सबका नुकसान होगा. I want your attention, everybody, this way. So he said, but is it not important? I said, it is. He said, He's the one who's created you. He's the one who's given you life. He's the one who's giving you sustenance. He's the one who's brought you in this world. He's the one who's going to take you away from this world. He's the one who's given you popularity. He's the one who's given you name. Is it not important for you to find out what He wants from you? So I realized, I said, yes, it is. Then I said, but doesn't He want me to make everybody happy? Doesn't He want me to make everybody happy? Doesn't He want me to give everybody pleasure? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm singing songs, I'm making everybody happy. People are happy to listen to me. I give everybody pleasure. Is this not what they want? He said to me, why don't you try and find out? So I said, yes, I will find out. I will find out. I want to find out. So I said, where am I going to find this from? He says, I'm going to take you to a few people. You meet them. They are people of Allah, they're people of God. You meet them. And when he said people of God, people of Allah, I said, yes, I want to meet these people. Why do I want to meet these people? It's because as it is, I'm just very unhappy. I'm an unhappy man. So he took me to this ijtima which was happening in Karachi, a gathering, a congregation. So I went there for the first time. I was sitting there and I was listening to a lot of people. And as I was listening, my dear brothers and sisters, it was a congregation in the open air. Open air. Khule asman ke niche. Open air. And I'm sitting there. And Karachi, imagine Karachi and the heat in Karachi. But I just kept sitting there because what I was listening to was giving me the pleasure, was giving me the sukoon, the itminan, the satisfaction that I had been looking for years, which I wanted to buy from somewhere. I was ready to spend any amount of money for it. I was listening to it, and I was listening to it. And then the evening came, and there was a sunset. And then this friend of mine said, listen, the day has finished, let me just take you back. Let's just go home. So I said, I see a lot of people sitting here with their luggage, with their bedding, with their clothes. Why is that over here? He says, because they're going to stay here the night. I said, they're going to stay here the night? He says, yes. I said, can I also stay here? He says, well, yes, you can stay here. Do you want to? I said, yes, I want to. So I stayed the night. मैं बता नहीं सकता कितना मुझे सुकून मिला. I wanted to stay there. I stayed the night. After years, I read tahajjud. God knows. तो हम नमाज नहीं पढ़ते थे. अल्लाह ने tahajjud की तौफीक दे दी. The next day came. The next day I kept sitting there. I kept listening to what the elders were saying. It was only making sense to me about the responsibility that I had as a human being, the responsibility I had as a Muslim. It was all making sense to me. I was constantly sitting there. But the one thing that I could not understand was, why is it that when these people talk, I have so much of satisfaction in my heart. My heart just says, that's exactly what I wanted to listen to. Some of those things I was unable to understand. But I was just very happy. The second day passed. And the night came and a friend of mine said, let me just take you back. I said, no. Is everybody going to stay here? He says, yes. I said, I also want to stay here. And I stayed another night. And you know, I was in my jeans and my t-shirt. In my jeans and my t-shirt, itne lambe lambe mere baal the heroes ki tarah. Khair, ye heropan to sari zindagi nahi jata. So, the third day came. I was unaware of what I was eating. I was unaware of what I was drinking. I didn't want to. Those were just secondary things to me. I did not take my phone over there. I did not tell my managers where I was. The only person who knew where I was my wife, and I told her, listen, do not tell anyone from the studios, from the television station, from the labels, from the distributors, from the managers, from the concert people. Do not tell anyone where am I. I don't want anybody to know where am I. I don't want them to contact me. Because I just don't want to leave this place. I just want to keep sitting here and listening to what these people have to say. And the third day came. And the third day came, and there is this alim, there is this scholar in Pakistan, his name is Maulana Tariq Jamil. And Maulana Tariq Jamil was delivering his bayan. And he started. And he was delivering his bayan, and he was going through it, and as the bayan was going on and on and on and on, suddenly he described the 7 stages of Jahannam, the 7 stages of Jahim. And the lowest will be these ones, then these ones, then these ones, then these ones. And right up the top, which is like the least hot ones, are going to be the Muslims who have done the kabira sins in this world and have not done istighfar in front of Allah. So the moment he said, I got a shock. And I asked my friend, are Muslims also going to be in Jahannam? I thought we have the ticket to Jannah. We don't have to go there, do we? He says, if the Shaykh says, probably we have to. He says, no, that is confusing. Because I thought we have the ticket to Jannah. No matter what we do in this world, we don't have to go to Jahannam. So I said, listen, I have to meet this man. I have to meet this Maulana. So my friend said, it is not very easy to meet him. I said, I can meet the president, the prime minister, the governor, whomsoever I want to meet, I can meet in this world. Why is it so difficult to meet a Maulana? He says, system over here is different than that system. You can't meet him like this. I said, I have to. So I got up. And from the entire Ijtima, I just ran towards where I thought that this gentleman was sitting. And this friend of mine right behind me. We reached there. There was a man standing outside. He says, who do you want to meet? I said, I want to meet this sheikh who was just delivering this bayan. He says, do you have an appointment? I said, no, I don't have an appointment, but I have to meet him. He said, well, let me ask him. So he went inside. He knew who I was. And he said to Maulana Tariq Jamil, Maulana, Junaid Jamshed wants to meet you. I still remember Maulana saying, Junaid Jamshed, is he here? Yes, Maulana, he's standing outside. Maulana said, bring him. Bring him in. I still remember. And I'm wondering, how come this saintly gentleman knows who am I? You know? So I go and I sit in front of Maulana. I sit in front of Maulana, and Maulana starts looking at me as if I'm looking to this friend of mine. He just looks at me like this, and he's constantly looking at me like this. And I'm like, Maulana, why are you looking at me like this? He said, because I live in Faisalabad, and you know, you have those huge billboards in Faisalabad. They have your picture in it, and I used to see those pictures. Today as I was coming to Karachi, you have a huge billboard at the airport, and I looked at you and I said to Allah, oh Allah, is it not possible if I could meet this man? And you're sitting right in front of me. That's what he said to me. So that got me. And I said, Maulana, every male of my age in this country or anywhere in the world, whatever wealth, whatever fame, whatever name they cannot even think of, I have it with me. But why am I so unhappy? Why am I still such an unhappy man? And tears started falling from my eyes. And he kept looking at me, and I just by looking at him, you know, the nur on his face, I looked at him, I was looking at him, and he was looking at me. We were looking at each other, and I was crying, and I said, Maulana, I'm just a very unhappy man. Nobody realizes it. I'm just a machine to make money, and basically that's all. And whatever I wanted to get out of this money, out of this fame, I'm unable to get. Help me. Help me. So he says to me, I have diagnosed your problem. I said, so please help me, tell me what's my problem. I want you all to be a little attentive, because these were those words which absolutely shook my world. People ask, made us humans from two things. Allah has made us humans from two things. One is the body, which is made up of clay, and the other is the spirit, the ruh, the soul, which is the amr of Allah. These are the words that I'm translating, the words that Maulana told me. Because the body is made up of clay, which is in the earth, Allah has kept the requirements of the body, which is made up of clay, inside the earth. The food that we eat comes from the earth. The clothes that we wear come from the earth. The houses that we make, the cars that we build, the computers, the mobiles, the airplanes, everything which is needed by the body, which is made up of clay, is entrenched from the clay, from the earth. On the other hand, the ruh is the amr of Allah. Ruh is the amr of Allah. It has come from the heavens, it has come from the skies. So the requirement of the ruh, the food of the ruh, is also going to come from the sky, not from the earth. Yeah. And he says that serenity, itminan, satisfaction, being wholesome, being contented, is the fail of the ruh. It is connected with the ruh, not with the body. So then he says, what if I put you in a palace made up of gold, and I don't let you eat for 4 days? What's going to happen? I said, Maulana, if you do that, I'm going to start shouting, I need some food, give me some bread. He said, that's exactly the shout that your ruh is doing and is making. That the fast cars, the nice clothes, the beautiful house, the money that you make has got nothing to do with me. It has got nothing to do with me. I need my food. So I said, Maulana, then what is the food of the ruh? He said, the food of the ruh, because it has come from the heavens, is also going to come from the heavens. And the food of the ruh are the amr of Allah, the word of Allah, the life of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you have to feed the ruh its food. Unless and until you do, it will scream. When it screams, then the mind hurts. Mind hurts. That's why people drink, so that the mind can slow down and the mind can sleep, because the mind is unable to take the screams of the ruh. There's nothing wrong with the mind, but mind wants to sleep because it cannot take it anymore. I said, Maulana, that's exactly what is happening to me. So he said, I said, but Maulana, my whole life is wasted then. I'm 31, 32 right now. This means my whole life is gone. And I started crying. I said, have I just wasted my life? And I cried. And he said, wait, no, life is not wasted. Life is not wasted, because this life is given by Allah, because Allah is our sustainer, Allah is our provider, Allah is our Rabb. So on our body and on our soul, the rules only apply of Allah. No other rule applies. If people make rules for us, they will not apply on us, because Allah has created us for Himself. On our body and our soul, the rules of Allah will apply. And Allah's foremost rule is that if one of His slave, one of His abd, one of His banda does a little istighfar, if he cries in front of Him of the life that he's led before, Allah Rabbul Izzat not only forgives the entire life before, but returns that sinful life as hasanat and returns it back to him. जो आदमी जिसके दिल में नदामत आ जाती है, अपनी पिछली जिंदगी पे उसको अफसोस होता है, तो अल्लाह रब्बुल इज्जत की ये सुन्नत मुबारक. I couldn't believe it. I still remember, I made a small joke with him over there. I said, Maulana, if Allah returns that life of mine in the fast lane, with all the things that I did, if He returns that life to me with hasanat, then my Jannah is going to be much bigger than yours. So he said, no, wait. No, there's one small point you're missing, my dear brother. I am the reason for you to change your life. So whatever you'll get, I will at least get that. So no, you can't win from me. So remember, nobody can win from a Maulvi. Very important point. So I said, Maulana, I feel so much better. Tell me how can I get that satisfaction that I'm looking for? I'm just very happy. I don't want to take drugs. I don't want to take medicine. These doctors are suggesting to me, they're prescribing for me medicine and all that. I don't want to take that. But I have heard, mausiqi ruh ki ghiza hai. Mausiqi ruh ki ghiza hai. Music is the fodder of the spirit. Music is the fodder of ruh. I've heard this. But ये तो सबने सुना है ना? भाई ये सबने सुना है? मौसीकी रूह की ग़िज़ा है. ये सबने सुना है. I have also heard this, Maulana. So Maulana said, no. Music is not the fodder of the ruh. Music is the fodder of the nafs. ये नफ्स की ग़िज़ा है. मौसीकी नफ्स की ग़िज़ा है. फिर फरमाया, अला बिज़िक्रिल्लाहि तत्मइन्नुल क़ुलूब. Allah, I challenge you, Allah says, I challenge you. Allah, it's a challenge to all the wealthy people in the world. There's a challenge to all the wealthy people in the world. Allah, Allah says, Allah. It's my challenge. Yeah. It's my challenge to all the famous people in the world. Allah, beware. Allah in Arabic means beware. Beware. Oh, जैसे उर्दू में कहते हैं ना खबरदार, खबरदार. जब कहते हैं ना खबरदार लिखा होता है तो हम ऐसे पढ़ते हैं यार. God knows what's there, man. तो Allah says, Allah, listen to this. To all the people in the government, to all the powerful people, Allah, بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. If you want peace of mind and peace of heart, you have to become my friend. You have to become my friend. If you want that peace of heart, you cannot go anywhere, because my dear sisters, my dear brothers, you and I have been specifically created for Allah. Allah has specifically created us for Himself. This entire kainat, everything in this universe has been created for us. You need a car or the car needs you? Who needs the car? Do you need the car or the car needs you? We need the car, mashallah. No, we don't need the car. हमारा काम तो गाड़ी के बगैर भी बन जाएगा. The car needs us. If we don't drive the car, if humans don't stop driving the car, the manufacture of cars will stop. If we don't drive the car, if we stop wearing shoes, the manufacturing of shoes will stop. Yes. Yeah. If we stop using the mobile phones, the manufacturing of mobiles will stop. If we stop using the computers, the use of the computer will stop. And mankind was surviving at one time without computers, and mankind was surviving at one time without mobiles, and mankind was surviving at one time without the airplanes and the cars and all those things. So everything in this universe is for us. It's for me. I'm not for them. The money in this world is for us. The wealth in this world is for us. We are not for them. So you're not supposed to waste your time for money. If you stop wasting your time for that money is going to come to you anyway, because you have to finish your rizq before Allah takes you away from this world. You have to. This is La ilaha illallah. This is La ilaha illallah. Rizq comes after you like death comes after you. You cannot skip your rizq. It will come to you. And your rizq is not dependent on the money you earn. No, no, no. It is not dependent on the money you earn. If you go to a friend's place, if you're guest at someone's place, you're not spending your money over there to eat your food. They're actually spending their money to feed you. So your rizq is not dependent on the money you make. Your rizq will come to you, come what may. And that rizq, what is it dependent upon? وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. O my abd, O my abd, O my slave. Yes. O the daughter of Ummat Muslimah, O the sister of Ummat Muslimah, O the mother of Ummat Muslimah, O the sister in Ummat Muslimah, the brothers in Ummat Muslimah, the fathers, the husbands, the sons, everyone. Allah says, beware and listen to me. You, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ, whoever fears me, يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا, I am going to take them out of every trouble. يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا, I'm going to solve their problems. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ, I am going to give them rizq from where they cannot even imagine. This is La ilaha illallah. This is La ilaha illallah. For me to believe the word of God, is Allah right or am I right? 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 Listen, I need this. So whom should I listen to? Should I listen to my son or should I listen to Allah? My daughter says, Dad, I need this. I need this money for the admission of my medical college or whatever. Whom should I listen to? Should I listen to Allah or should I listen to my daughter? This war is going inside. This war is going inside. This war is going inside. Now, unless and until, now you know, I know, my dear sisters know, we all know, we must listen to Allah. Don't we know this? We all know this, but it's not, but there is a but behind it. Ya Allah bada hai, lekin dekhe na, ye bhi to karna hai na, dekhe na, ye isko to bhi dekhna hai na, dekhe na, deen ke saath saath dunya bhi to zaruri hai. हाँ जी, दीन के साथ साथ क्या है? दुनिया भी तो जरूरी है. So, यहां ये जो प्रायोरिटी है ना, this priority, to change this priority, people are sent in the path of Allah so that iman, that faith becomes so strong. Knowledge we all have. We must listen to Allah. We have this knowledge. Alhamdulillah, try to find out. How did the Prophet lead his life with his wives? I did. How was he with his friends? How was he with his enemies? How was he with his children? What kind of clothes did he wear? You know, time has passed. I don't know which one of you has seen me. Has anybody seen me on stage? Well, so many of you? How come? I mean, the faces that I see are pretty young. Oh, okay, I can understand. Oh, okay. I can understand. Yahan se? Oh, okay, मैं समझ सकता हूँ. Not you. How could you see me on stage? You did? अच्छा चलो, okay. Anybody here from here? Oh, okay. So they will bear witness of the fact that when I used to be on the stage, I was like the most properly dressed, the coolest guy on the stage. I used to wear the most expensive clothes. I used to wear the top designers, you know. I used to go to the gym and I used to work out and I used to take care of myself. But when I tried to find out the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I asked my friends, show me his fashion. मुझे रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का फैशन दिखाओ, वो क्या पहनते थे? I'd like to wear it. Because imagine a man who took so much, people used to say so many things to him and he used to take it. What a graceful man, what a big heart. You know, people made sure that he had to leave Mecca and go to Medina. He took it. He never swore at anyone. He never did badwa on anyone. I said, what a man. He's like a real man. Let me just try and find out the dress that he used to wear. Let me just try and find out how he used to eat. Let me just try and find out how he used to spend his money. Let me just try and find out. So the more I tried to find out his life, the more I started enjoying it. और आप लोग तो यहाँ भी अमेरिका आए, मैं सारी दुनिया घूमा हूं मेरे दोस्तों, इसी तरह सारी दुनिया, हाँ, और किसी का बार नहीं लिया मैंने आज तक. किसी, dear sisters, my dear brothers, Allah gave me everything back. Everything came back to me. I used to hold the mic then, I'm holding the mic now. I used to have the audience in front of me then, I am having an audience in front of me now. I used to sing then, I sing now. Maybe आपके लिए एक नशीद भी पढ़ूंगा इंशाल्लाह. कुछ नहीं बदला, सिर्फ क्या बदला? रास्ता बदल गया. Only the path changed. Only the path changed. Initially, I used to call people towards something which was forbidden in the eyes of Allah, and they used to call me towards it. Now I call people towards Allah and people call me towards Allah. Only the direction has changed. Yes.